YouTube. Hello. Hello, my dear viewers. Thank you for watching. Here in this video today, we're going to talk about how to avoid your outside mallets bouncing up and down while you're playing insides. Because it is an extremely common thing that I'm seeing a lot of kids do. And I was just talking to some kids about this yesterday because they were saying, like, how can I fix that? You tell me I'm doing this. How can I fix it? It could be so many different things. So let's cover our bases. You could be using great technique, but your back fingers are really tight. That was me trying to get good rotation, but with really tight back fingers. And the thing is, the back fingers need to absorb shock. They need to be loose, just kind of cradle the mallet, because that way all the shock of the mallet hitting the bar doesn't just go straight into that mallet head. Like if I'm death gripping it, it's all just going to go straight in that mallet head and make it wiggle. But if some of those vibrations just get absorbed by like my really loose back two fingers, then it's going to look more like this. Okay, so say you feel like your back fingers are very relaxed and you're still getting like mega wiggle mode. Well, another thing it could be is that your motion has a little bit of a double vert in it or a little bit of arm in it. So if you play with like good rotation and then you kind of add like a little bit of a double vert, you get this. And oftentimes, especially at like the fortissimo level, when people are trying to go like, I think we're doing those like half double vert, half rotation strokes in it, and that's why the outside is moving so much. Or the other thing would be that we're getting good rotation like this, but then we're kind of adding our arm to it, so the mallet moves up and down. Because what you got to realize, any motion of the arm is going to move your outside mallet. Any motion that is a double vertical is going to move your outside mallet. Like really the only motion that's going to keep the outside mallet still is when you're rotating around it as the axis. So the mallet head is the planet. No, sorry, the mallet head is the sun. Inside mallet is the planet. The planet orbits the sun. The sun doesn't move. Okay, so what if you think you're doing everything right and it's still like wobbling quite a bit? Well, here's another thing. Look at the path that this mallet takes down in your hand, because if it's very high up in the hand like this, try to show you what I mean, like this, then you get strokes that kind of look like this. Like you'll notice I'm still getting rotation, but something about having the mallet high up in the hand results in it moving around quite a bit. Now say I have it move a little lower in the hand. So like this. It's not trying to touch the quote-unquote lifeline. That's personally something I don't agree with. It's kind of more relaxed. It travels down a little bit more, not in a straight line, but it's also not trying to be up here, right? It's just kind of here. Now if you do that, then you start getting some good outside mallet control. And is it going to move a little bit? Yeah. Like even the best players, their outsides will like move a little bit. I mean, it's always moving in virtue of the mallet head turns. Since it is the axis, the mallet head itself is going to turn like this. So there's motion that way. And there's also going to be a slight up and down motion, especially at the bigger dynamics. And I don't think it's inherently bad that if you're playing at the fortissimo level, that it moves around a little bit. So like say I'm trying to do like the beginning of 67 and I was told play at fortissimo. It might look like this. Like it still moves up and down because now like, because like reminder, when you're rotating, the range of motion ends up being very slicey at the top. So if I really wanted it to be still and play at fortissimo, I would have to start slicing every stroke like this. And rather than that, I would just add a little bit of double vert or a little bit of arm to kind of make the stroke more of an up and down path, and then sacrifice a little bit of stillness with the outside mallet. Because honestly, what's the big deal if it looks like this? It moves around about 2 to 3 inches. But that's really only at the 2F range. Like when you're playing at like at most normal dynamics, you should be striving to keep it still using all the techniques we just talked about. All right, I didn't really script that video. It got a little bit rambly, but if you watched that and enjoyed the information and feel like it will benefit your playing, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and bye.